What up, tubers? This is Ray, the old DOS geek. Ray worked computers since 1996. You go to rwcweb.com. Check out some of my programs. Join my public Facebook group. Alright, this old DOS geek. Doing my new video series on these pre-formatted blogs. Okay? Niche blogs. ClickBank, Amazon Associates, okay, affiliate program. Now, I'm going to be making a video series on how to do this and how to set it up, customize it. I did this. Some of my affiliate programs, I've taken like a picture from their affiliate sections and made my own banners with them and so forth. Okay, I showed you in my last video, I don't know if you saw it, on how to make a bridge page, 5 easy steps. Okay, then this goes to the product, and this is the one that you could advertise on Facebook. Okay, you want to have a legitimate website or blog. Alright, now I've only recently been really digging into WordPress. I know I've been around since the 90s. Now, for some reason, me and WordPress didn't get along for a long time. I don't know if it's my attitude, my dyslexia, my laziness, my pig-headedness, Italian shit, I don't know. Okay, but I never used the WordPress sites. Okay, so, and again, back in my day when I started, we were doing WordPress and Notepad. We were doing websites in Notepad, and then came Windows and all that and everything, and we were doing it in Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word was ideal for doing that. And then Adobe came around and guys went to school for that crap. So I want to get to my Facebook Pixel thing going on in this WordPress site, because I already put it up on Google. Okay, you gotta put your site on Google, and by that I mean you gotta have Google index your site. Okay, and that's other videos I'll be making. I might have some on there already, but you can pretty much find out how to do that. It's very difficult. It can be very difficult. Okay, because number one, for me, Facebook is always changing. Look, I installed this app today because the theme that I'm using for this here, and this isn't really necessary, I just figured I would do it because it was in there. Any links and any tracking that you want to do is get it as much as possible. I just installed this morning, and now it's telling me it's obsolete already. I need to upgrade it. Okay, so that's a large part of the problem in affiliate marketing as well. There's tons of upgrades, a lot of failures. You get a product that you're promoting, it takes you a month or two to set up your website if you don't really have the skills to do it quickly, and then boom, you start spending money on advertising and the product goes away because the company failed or they violated something and so forth. Okay, but what I want to show you today, I didn't see any videos on this at all. Okay, I got this from an old blog somewhere, the information I had to do. All you just needed is the file. Now, on a normal website, okay, I host with Bluehost. Okay, now let me see. That's a WordPress. Now I got a whole WordPress site. Okay, 1 set max. So now, if I want to put it, this is a regular website. Okay, in HTML. Okay, because WordPress is PHP. Okay, the file extension would be PHP. And it's very similar. It's just that the PHP, the files kind of talk to each other. It's more like CSS, cascading style sheets all along. Okay, now I don't think I have a pixel for this website, but in a regular website that's non-PHP, non-WordPress site, you just go right into the index file, of the site. You know, the index file is what you see when you go to the .com, and instead of it just being a folder full of files, you'll see the web page, okay? And basically, I could put it anywhere between this header, this head key, switch, and this one's probably way down. Okay, in here and in here. Now, this is a switch. That means it closes the syntax out, that slash, that // okay? That's consistent with everything. Okay, you see it don't have it here, so it's opening up the header. It's telling the HTML that it's opening up the header, and this is all going to be in the header. Okay, and then it's going to close the header out. Just like with the body. You see there's no / there. There's the opening of the body. This is the body. Okay, and here's the closing of the body. Okay, so now I made this. This is and let me show you just for shits and giggles. This is the actual page that we just viewed the code on. I made this in Aweber because it's a landing page through Aweber. People come and sign up. This is I've been teaching people how to body build since the 80s, and I just recently decided that I was going to start doing it online. But I do it in the real world, okay? But that's another thing. So anyway, getting back to the manually installing the Facebook pixel, okay, in WordPress, okay, in a WordPress theme. Now this is a WordPress theme, okay? So now basically all you had to do, I'm going to go here. Now you're going to see the difference. You see this is all PHP. Let's do it this way. I can show. Okay, so you see all the PHP files here. Okay? And that's what runs your WordPress site. Okay? Now, it took me a little bit to find it, but you got to look for the header PHP. Now, what they all tell you to do, okay, what they all tell you to do, okay, let me go here. Even on Facebook, when it showed me, I'm not even sure, I don't even remember how to get to it now. Isn't that crazy? Test events. Nothing's been tested. Okay. Alright, so they all, Facebook, WordPress, right? Looking it up. They're all going to tell you to use this frickin' app. Okay? Now, again, I'm not a big fan of apps. Okay? This lady's explaining it. And this was a good video. I mean, it was a good video. If you're a beginner, she's telling you all about the WordPress thing, okay? Now, what she's going to do, what she's going to tell you in here, and you can find out how to get the pixel from anywhere nowadays. But again, it's constantly changing and changing. Okay? So now she's going to set up some events. I think she might already did it. Okay, she seems to be an Elementor. But anyway, what they did, okay, okay, here we go. They're all telling me to go and do this. Oh, if I can make that bigger. It's a video. Okay, use this app, this header footer code manager. And there's a bunch of them out there probably. Do a search for, header footer code manager, or install, Facebook pixel, in your WordPress, plugins. Okay, but I didn't want to do that. I knew there was a way to do it because it's just simple PHP. So now the only thing I had a problem with really was finding the file header PHP, and as you can see, I saved it here. So, and that's what you want to do, because I got my pixel and I could use this on all my websites. Nowadays you got to go back to Facebook and add your new website to the pixel rather than creating more pixels like we used to. They just add a website to the same pixel. Okay, and then they differentiate it on their end. Okay, so basically you want to find your site. So on mine, it was in public, my website name. Now I go to my hosting file management system to do this. Okay, so this is under theme. So in Bluehost, I go to my file manager, it brings me here. Okay, actually brings me here. And then I go to my website. Okay, and WordPress content, and these are probably all the same. Okay, and then you go to your themes, and then we got, okay, this is the name of my theme. Okay, so what I'm looking for, okay, so here it is, my header.php. I highlight it. Right, now I'm going to edit the file. And if you can't edit the file like this, what you can actually do is download it, make a copy of it, and then re-upload it and overwrite that file. You have to be very careful when you're in these files, of course, but if you got any kind of, and I always recommend that you back it up first. Like this here, I could just click on it and it's going to save that file anywhere on my computer that I want to. Okay, so you got to back these files up first. So now this is very similar to an HTML file, of course. Okay, different types of coding in there and everything. Okay, but you see, here's the head, and here's where it closes. Okay, so here's my Facebook code where it ends. It tells you here, it made a note. And by the way, these switches like this, that allows you to put a note in these HTML files without it disrupting the code or without anybody actually seeing it. Okay, so you see there's several notes. And when you're looking in an actual HTML editor, it's going to be color-coded like this. Like the blues are always going to be a link. Okay, the black is always going to be like a code. Okay, this is code, a switch. Okay, the green is also going to be the same thing. It's going to be like a notation in there that's invisible or hidden, so to speak. Okay, and so forth. But that's other teachings. Okay, so I put my Facebook pixel right in there. I copied it right from my notepad and I put it in there. So again, let's start from the beginning. This is a WordPress site. I do not want to use a plugin for WordPress to manually, I want to manually. And this is actually when you use, if you go on Facebook, and this is already set up. Okay, I just set it up like 2 seconds ago. Okay. Let me see, I was there. Okay, if you decide, and in other words, see it's active. Okay. Oh, nice. 42 views and 42, maybe minus 1 or 2 for me in the last 15 minutes. Cool. Anyway, if you go to Facebook and before you set up the pixel, it's going to give you an option to install. And it's going to tell you to install it manually or do it through their partners. And WordPress is going to come up in their partners, but ultimately you'll be installing it manually. Okay. Now, but on WordPress, if you don't know what I just showed you, you're going to have to use a plugin. Okay? So, we're going to go over it again. I want to install my Facebook pixel on my WordPress website without using a plugin. Okay? Now, I don't want to use a plugin, so I'm going to go to my hosting. where I host my website, you could do it one of two ways. You can go find the PHP file, header.php, okay? Now, when I'm in my web hosting, this is how it looks, okay? But more than likely, it'll be in WordPress content, themes, okay? The name of your theme will be here, and then you get that file. You just got to find that file. Now, there's two ways you could do it. You could download that file, back it up, edit the file on your computer, and then re-upload it and overwrite the original. Or you can use the stock editor. Okay, we'll just open up another file here. That comes with your web hosting. Okay? And all you got to do is back up these files. If you back them up like anything else, it's not going to hurt nothing. Okay? So again, you want to install your Facebook Pixel. Look, I got the... And you can get this too. This is a free app. Just look up Facebook Pixel Helper for Chrome. And you just actually Facebook Pixel Helper, it'll take you right to Google, and you'll be able to hook up this extension on Chrome. Okay. So I want to put in my Facebook Pixel manually without using a WordPress plugin. And you want to go and get your Facebook Pixel code. Okay, make sure it has the proper number in here. Pixel ID code is right there. Now some web hostings, like I know, like WebStarts, which I absolutely love. I think GoDaddy and other places like that. This is all you'll need. Okay. But ultimately, to do it on a WordPress site, you're going to need an you're going to need a plugin. Okay, it's a type of header plugin, but you can still do it manually by going directly to the header.php file. So this is Ray, the old DOS geek, Rayware Computers since 1996. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe, because that's what YouTube tells me to tell you guys.